Quick! Act surprised. We officially have our second playable Void Hunter, and that is Shunguang. She was just drip marketed, and she does have her little special little logo for whatever element she's going to have, which I assume is going to be physical, which everyone has been saying. And the only reason why I say this is because obviously she's not going to be ice, right? And she uses swords. I'm going to be so for real. It's just the most obvious answer is physical. But if it's not, then we'll see who it is. We'll see what it is, I mean. But either way, I wanted to make a video covering this. I know I don't really talk about the drip marketing a little bit, but I still saw people confused as to why she is a Void Hunter or how she is a Void Hunter. So let's do a little recap. The Void Hunter is a title that is given to individuals by the mayor for doing an accomplishment that helps quell the hollow disaster. It is not necessarily a strength thing. However, as we know, Shunguang is going to be insanely powerful. I saw a lot of comments that are saying, wait, I'm confused. I thought Shun was the Void Hunter, which I didn't know. We were still a little confused on that. But just to clarify, Shun is in fact not a Void Hunter. She is Void Hunter level in terms of like what she can do. She has been offered the Void Hunter title. However, she did decline. So you can, I guess, call her a Void Hunter. But if we want to keep everything super specific and keep the title to the people it needs to be kept to, we cannot call Shun a Void Hunter. She is not a Void Hunter. She does not have the medal. She is not classified by the government as a Void Hunter, which means no, there are not two Void Hunters in the Yunkai Summit. Technically, there are two that are on the level of a Void Hunter. And as of right now, we know that Shunguang is not a Void Hunter currently in the story. However, she will become one in the future. We do know this, obviously, one, from the drip marketing, and it's saying that she is a Void Hunter, and two, from the last update stream, not the most recent one we got, but the one before that. They had an ending thing whenever they showed off all the new characters of a voice line of the mayor asking Shunguang to basically take on the heavy burden of having the title. And since she has it on her drip marketing, we now know that she did in fact accept this. So what is the feat that she could have accomplished to become a Void Hunter? Well, I mean, probably defeating this girl. But if she ends up getting away, if they don't have her basically kill Sarah and have, you know, taken down an Exalted Overseer and then give her the title that way, then there's a couple other options. One being that she basically stopped the creator from destroying the city, or making the hollow expand. If we are going to end up seeing the creator, I can only imagine that there's going to be a massive expansion in terms of like the amount of ether in the Limnian Hollow, which will probably immediately throw it over the Zenless limit, or at least close to it, I would assume, which we've already seen in previous patches that the Limnian Hollow was going to start getting past the Zenless limit. As you know, I'll throw a screenshot on the thing. It was close in one of the previous patches, but we did stop it before that happened. So if she did end up stopping the expansion all by herself by stopping whatever the creator's doing, or in some way just, you know, using the sword to stop the expansion of the hollow, that would 100% warrant her being offered the title of Void Hunter. But it is very interesting that this is now another very, very young person that is going to be a Void Hunter. Now, it is also interesting that we still have not seen any of the other actively current ones besides, you know, Miyabi. When we met Miyabi, she was already a Void Hunter, and now we know that some of the old Void Hunters are actually still active. But I hope that they do kind of show us the meeting of her accepting the title, because I think that would be a great opportunity for them to kind of showcase, at least visually, some of the other Void Hunters, whether it be through the ceremony of, you know, giving her the title, which we didn't get to see the ceremony for Miyabi because she skipped it, right? She had the medal mailed to her because she didn't really give a shit. And to be fair, that is another point that we can touch on, because it could be that Shunguang doesn't do the ceremony either. She could also not give a shit. We do know that in the dev talk, they mentioned that the Void Hunter title is kind of seen differently currently by the people of New Eridu. It's not really as like sought after anymore, it seems. So it would be cool if we get to see the ceremony and then the other Void Hunters show up to the ceremony, and that's kind of how we get a little look of who's active and who's not. That way we can, you know, get a little taste of future Void Hunters. But besides all of that, I hope you guys are excited to see what Shunguang ends up actually doing to basically warrant getting the title. I don't think the feat that she accomplishes to become a Void Hunter happens in 2.4. It could be, but it will probably be in 2.5 because that's going to be the you know, end all be all of basically the season 2. So the creators probably either we see a little bit in 2.4 or it's only going to be in 2.5, but we'll see. However, I wouldn't be surprised if she's not offered the title until the end of 2.5. But let me know what you guys think she will do to have the feat to be a Void Hunter. But yeah, there's nothing too crazy on this video. I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit, clear up some confusion on how she's a Void Hunter, or, you know, whatever. I know most of us already know by this point, but I still see comments that are confused, so I thought I'd try and clear it up. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!